I moved to Colorado Springs 25 years ago, and I know it's been a while and I'm probably dating myself, but honestly, if I were moving here again in 2026, I do a few things very differently. In fact, there are some of the most popular areas I probably wouldn't even look twice at, and I just moved from one of those popular areas to a very different area based on my lifestyle. Over the last few years, Kayleen and I, my business partner, she's out showing homes right now, we've helped hundreds of families relocate across all of Colorado Springs and the surrounding communities. And if I were doing it all over again in 2026, I'd be seriously focused on about what I'm about to show you on this list. So I'm breaking this down into two sections. So first, the tried and true, of course, proven neighborhoods that everyone knows. And then the second half is what I'm calling my 2026 power picks. Areas where you're getting more space, stretching your budget more. Maybe you don't know about them. You're dealing with fewer people, but still staying close to everything that makes Colorado Springs desirable. And one of those neighborhoods in that power pick section honestly surprised me and Kayleen. It's outperforming some of the most popular areas in the cities, but most people completely overlook it. All right, so let's start this off. The number one on the list, of course, is Flying Horse. Flying Horse is the kind of gold standard when it comes to master plan communities living in Colorado Springs. There's really not much you can point to and say it's missing. You've got resort style amenities, multiple clubhouses, golf, pool, spa, trails, parks, and I always talk about those wine lockers, and also some of the most sought after schools in Academy District 20. So schools are important to you, we'll get to that. And that's exactly why Flying Horse gets so much attention. If you want the top neighborhood, you're usually gonna pay more per square foot here, especially for older homes are updated. Flying Horse has new builds and homes that have been built for a while, so there's a large variety of homes just in Flying Horse itself. Anything with mountain views, you're gonna pay a little bit more for, and if it's remodeled, has outdoor living, be prepared to compete. This is something that we deal with all the time when we get clients reaching out specifically for Flying Horse or some of our other popular neighborhoods. When the home is well priced, it hits the market, it often turns into multiple offers quickly, especially if it's updated and has that mountain view that we always talk about. That's why we're proactive, reaching out to listing agents early, coordinating with lenders, and having a plan in place before that home even goes live if we know you're looking for it. Another thing to know is if you're hoping for a lot of brand new construction inside Flying Horse, options are more limited compared to years past. They're in their last filing, only a few homes are left. And that you have to be careful as the Powers corridor is going to run right through there. But there's still opportunities and they move fast. So if you want a fully remodeled home with premium finishes, you're going to need a pretty strong strategy for Flying Horse. That said, if you want a neighborhood where you rarely have to leave to find something to do, dining, fitness, community events, trails, golf, Flying Horse absolutely delivers it. It constantly draws the most attention for that reason. And in 2026, it's going to be one of those most desirable places to live in all of Colorado Springs. Now, I want to be really clear, Flying Horse is incredible for some people, but could be completely wrong for other people. And that's why this last list matters. We're going to stepping on to number 2 is Broadmoor Bluffs. I always love it when I go down there. It's this hidden gem down south in Colorado Springs. It's just one of those neighborhoods that people often overlook at first. And honestly, that's the part that makes it so special. If I were moving to Colorado Springs again in 2026, this would seriously be a strong contender for me, honestly. And what really sets Broadmoor Bluffs apart is the setting. You're tucked right up against the Cheyenne Mountain, so you're getting those dramatic mountain views, quieter street, much more established feel compared to maybe some of those newer master planned community areas. These are mature neighborhoods with larger lots, big trees, scrub oak, and that homes that were built with space in mind. It's just a peaceful setting. You have deer walking through your front yard. It's just gorgeous. But another huge advantage is the location. You're minutes from the Broadmoor. Hopefully you have some B-roll going over it's just a gorgeous hotel area down in southern Colorado Springs. You're close to Cheyenne Canyon, hiking trails, and some of the best outdoor access in the city. Yet you're so close to downtown, Fort Carson, and major employers. So it's one of those rare areas where you feel removed without actually being far away. Now you're not going to see a lot, or hardly any. I have one client who had a new construction home here, and that's actually a plus for a lot of buyers. Inventory stays tight, and when homes come up for sale, they tend to hold their value extremely well. If you're looking for character, privacy, more of a custom home feel, Broadmoor Bluffs absolutely deserves a spot on your radar for 2026. Another big reason the Broadmoor Bluffs continues to stand out, especially in 2026, is its school zoning. This neighborhood is primarily served by Cheyenne Mountain School District 12, which constantly ranks as one of the top school districts in all of Colorado. It's a smaller district. Now, I'm not going to say much more, but this is all based on ratings from Great Schools or Niche.com. great resources for you as you make your move here to the Colorado Springs area. But families are drawn here because of the strong academic performance, smaller class sizes, a long-standing reputation for excellence from elementary all the way through high school. And schools in this area are known for high test scores, strong college prep programs, and are very involved in the community. But even if you don't have kids, you may be saying, Lori, I don't have kids. We have a lot of actually clients who are retired who moved down there, but this matters, the school district, because homes in District 12 tend to then hold their value extremely well. Demand stays strong because buyers are specifically targeting sometimes a school zone. It's one of those areas where the schools aren't just a perk, they're a major driver of long-term desirability of this area. So if you're looking for a neighborhood that combines mountain views, privacy, character, the character in the homes, character of the lot, top-tier schools, Broadmoor Bluffs does check a lot of boxes for our clients past and as you're heading into 2026. Just a real quick reality check. If you pick a neighborhood based on only price or popularity, that's where most of our clients are relocating here, regrets. That's where their regrets come from. So again, we help hundreds of families make the move each year, and this is something we go over with each and every one of our clients. We want your home to be your Colorado dream home and location. So no regrets is our goal. So number 3 on our list, Jackson Creek. Now this is where we start to get into areas that really stretch your dollar without sacrificing your lifestyle. So Jackson Creek is located up in Monument, so northern, it's not technically Colorado Springs, but they kind of do flow into each other. It's a neighborhood where we're seeing more and more buyers gravitate towards. There's a lot of new housing development in Jackson Creek. So you get more space, newer homes, maybe a quieter pace compared to Central Colorado Springs. Monument tends to be a little bit smaller, but you're still right off I-25, making it an easy commute north and south. One of the biggest draws here is value. In Jackson Creek, your budget typically goes further. Homes tend to be newer, lots are larger at times, and you're not paying the same premium per square foot that maybe you're seeing in some of the more established Colorado Springs neighborhoods. Schools are another major factor. So Monument falls under the Lewis Palmer School District 38, which is consistently one of the most requested school districts we see from relocating families based on reviews from niche.com, greatschools.com. Colorado Department of Education also has test scores, also a very good resource. But you add in parks, trails, community events, nearby shopping, and it's easy to see why Jackson Creek keeps climbing on our list. So if you want that suburban feel in a more of a budget-friendly area in the north, but you still want to be close to enough of everything that Colorado Springs has to offer, Jackson Creek is one of those neighborhoods that makes more and more sense as you head into 2026. All right, now let's move on into what I call my 2026 power picks. And these are areas I personally would be paying very close attention to if I were moving to Colorado Springs again. They have a lot happening right now, a ton of upsides, and they absolutely deserve a spot on your radar if you're moving here in 2026. If you're watching the obvious neighborhoods, you've already seen those. We've talked about some of them, but we're about to get into now are the areas people don't usually discover until they've already moved here and they wish they would have known about sooner. But before I jump into that though, I probably should explain a little bit of actually what we do, because literally this is our wheelhouse. We're Colorado's finest agency. We specialize in helping people relocate to Colorado Springs and Monument from all over the country and the world. We have a lot of international clients as well. We help hundreds of families make this move, and the reason we're so passionate about it is simple. When we moved here back in the day, I already say I dated myself already, but there wasn't much guidance. I didn't know the neighborhood. I didn't know the areas. I have some regrets with where I chose to live at first. But there's, like I said, no real videos, no clear breakdowns. It was really easy to end up in the wrong area for your lifestyle. What we love doing is being that resource. We hop on Zoom calls, we put up maps, we walk through neighborhoods, we talk about schools, communicate timeline of your move, lifestyle, all while you're still states away. And that's exactly what we do as a relocation team. You can reach us however you want, call, text, email, people do it daily. Or if you're short on time, head on over to coloradosfinestagency.com, and every neighborhood I'm talking about today is mapped out there along with videos that we've toured these communities in detail so you can actually see what they feel like. But at the top of the site, there's a little tab that says contact us, schedule a call. You can schedule a call in about 20 seconds. Pick a time that works for you, and there's zero pressure, and it's us that you get. So however you choose to reach out to us, we genuinely love helping people navigate their move here to Colorado Springs, because moving to the wrong area is frustrating, expensive, and it's completely avoidable. And trust me, just like when we were learning those neighborhoods ourselves, driving around for days trying to figure it out gets exhausting, and that's what we see from a lot of our clients. So instead, you can just tell us what you like, what you don't like, what matters most, and we'll help you narrow that down to the areas you may probably haven't even heard of, or considered, but would absolutely love living there. So reach out to us. All right, let's get those lists rolling. Number 1 on the Power Pack list is Wolf Ranch. And if you want to understand why people move to Colorado Springs, not just where, these last neighborhoods explain it better than anything else on the list. So Wolf Ranch is one of those neighborhoods that really captures why people move to Colorado Springs in the first place, and our clients absolutely love it. This is a true master plan community, but it still feels connected to nature in a way that's hard to replicate. It's one of those neighborhoods that perfectly bridges the gaps between the proven North End communities that we talk about and the future forward power picks of 2025, which immediately sets Wolf Ranch apart from how intentionally it's laid out around open spaces and trails. This isn't the neighborhood where the trails feel like they're an afterthought. They're the backbone of the community, that miles of paved trails, soft surface trails connect the homes, the parks, the schools, gathering areas, making it incredibly easy to walk, bike, or get outside daily without ever leaving the neighborhood. Our clients have absolutely loved living here, but at the center of it all, this is important, we don't have a lot of lakes here, but in the center of it all is Wolf Ranch Lake, which has a peaceful, almost resort-like feeling that you don't usually get in newer developments. We don't have a lot of lakes here. But it's not uncommon to see families like looping the lake at sunset, kids fishing, neighbors just sitting by the water, taking in the views. I mean, you're overlooking Pikes Peak, right? So it creates that sense of a place. It's not just a row of houses. And those views, they're a big deal, right? So between the open prairies that you see out there, the Front Range backdrops, Pikes Peak views, and that open space feeling expansive, like when you're going for a walk, right? Sometimes the yards can be a little smaller depending upon your home, but you combine that with the newer home options, the modern layouts, and the continued commercial growth. It's very convenient. It's a compelling option for buyers who want to that want new without feeling disconnected. Schools are a major driver here. Wolf Ranch is zoned Academy District 20. So again, you're going to go to yourniche.com, greatschools.com, Colorado Department of Education, which keeps getting demand consistently high and resale strong. So families relocating from out of state often they gravitate here because it feels familiar, it feels structured. It's an easy transition into life here in Colorado Springs. So Wolf Ranch should be on your list, and we're going to get to the other ones as well because they're some of my favorite. So now for number 2 on our power picks, it's Sanctuary Pointe. So Sanctuary Pointe is the kind of neighborhood that starts making sense once you kind of slow down. And then that's exactly why it belongs in this power section of the list. After talking about areas like Jackson Creek, Sanctuary Pointe feels like a scenic, elevated version of monument living. It's actually one of my favorite neighborhoods. I love Sanctuary Pointe. This neighborhood was designed to work with the landscape, not bulldoze it. So you have those ponderosa pines and they're mitigated some, but just enough to bring in that sunlight. But the trail system winds naturally through the open spaces, connects different parts of the community while preserving views and the privacy. So whether you're walking your dog or just clearing your head, right, getting away, taking a step back, the trails here feel calm and intentional. One thing buyers really appreciate is the way the pine trees are mitigated. We just talked about that, but they keep bringing that up over and over again. It's very different from other areas like Black Forest. So you still get that forested Colorado feel, but without that density that can really make some mountain adjacent neighborhoods feel dark and kind of closed in. It strikes a balance between safety, views, natural beauty. In the heart of the neighborhood is a gorgeous park in the center that overlooks the Front Range. It's one of the most spectacular views. So you see your kids playing soccer out there, and it's not a bad place to sit for your 50,000th game of watching your kid play sports, but it's just gorgeous. This is one of those spots that surprises people. The wide open mountain views, the play areas, the gathering spaces that feel elevated both literally and visually. It's a place people actually use, not just drive past. But if you drive past, it's a great thing to drive past. It's just gorgeous. So homes here tend to be newer with larger lots. There's no new builds here. They finished that out a couple years ago, but they're newer homes that are recently built. Classic and Vantage are the main builders in this community. And the neighborhood has quieter, more refined feel than some of the other busier master plan community areas. But there's no clubhouse here. It's just no pools, right? So you would join the pool that's nearby. But pair that with Lewis Palmer District 38, Sanctuary Pointe becomes especially attractive to families with kids moving here if they want those strong schools without the congestion. It's a nice Colorado pace of life. So if Jackson Creek felt practical, then Sanctuary Pointe is the one that kind of blends the scenery, the space, the lifestyle all in one, which is exactly why it lands in this power group. So number 3. Moving on, old Colorado City is number 3, and it's a total shift in energy, and that's intentional. So after covering newer master plan communities, and space-focused neighborhoods, Old Colorado City reminds people that Colorado Springs isn't just about square footage, it's about that lifestyle. One of the most walkable areas in the entire city. You can step outside and walk to coffee shops, restaurants, galleries, local boutiques, some of the most loved small businesses in our town. And it feels alive, not manufactured, and that's kind of rare here. The homes here are incredibly unique. You have historic Victorian homes, bungalows, as we always say, cottages, some of them are thoughtfully designed, renovated properties that line the streets, and no two homes feel the same. Buyers who land here usually carelessly or care less about new and more about that charm and that character, that authenticity. So community is a big deal in Old Colorado City. The area is known for festivals, art walks, seasonal events, which draws people from all over Colorado Springs and all over the country. It's one of the most highest tourist areas here in Colorado Springs. So it's not the kind of place where neighbors know, or it's the kind of place. So the area is known for festivals, art walks, seasonal events, which draws people from all over Colorado Springs and actually all over the country. It's one of the higher tourist areas here in the Colorado Springs area. It's the kind of place where neighbors actually know each other and they actually participate in what's happening around them. Location matters here too. You're minutes from Garden of the Gods, the Red Rock Canyon, downtown, endless outdoor recreation right here. The incline's right there in Manitou, but it's for people who want to blend that city energy with the outdoor access. It's pretty hard to beat. So Old Colorado City fits into this power pack as the lifestyle kind of wild card, different than the other places, but for buyers who want something different, memorable, deep roots in the Colorado Springs culture. So Colorado Springs should definitely be Old Colorado City and Colorado Springs should be on your list. So second to last on our power pick, so we got two left. The last one is my favorite, is Woodmore. But Woodmore represents like stability, space, that timeless Colorado feel, which is exactly why it follows neighborhoods like Sanctuary Pointe so well in this list. So if you're looking for a neighborhood that ages gracefully, Woodmore is a standout. The first thing you notice is the mature trees, the tall pines, the winding road. I was just on a new road today when I was driving back to my house and it was absolutely gorgeous. I was like, I should just go for a drive one day through some of these homes. Of course, they're $1 million homes, but it's a beautiful setting. But it's the natural spacing between homes that here in this Woodmore that gives a sense of privacy that's really hard to replicate today in the Colorado Springs Monument area. So this neighborhood feels established the moment you drive in. Homes here typically sit on larger lots, giving buyers that room to breathe they may be looking for. So whether that's outdoor living or storage or just peace and quiet, it attracts people who want space without going to that fully rural feeling. So the Woodmoor Golf Club adds to the neighborhood's identity, offering golf and dining, social opportunities without dominating the area. It's kind of tucked back in there. It's a lifestyle perk rather than the focal point, which is why many buyers appreciate it. Woodmoor is part of the Lewis Palmer School District 38, keeping demand strong year after year. Even as Monument grows around it, Woodmoor maintains its character while benefiting from nearby development. It's in the context of the Power Pack, Woodmoor is kind of the anchor. It's a neighborhood that balances growth, space, that long-term value. Woodmoor is growing very quickly. Well, I should say Monument's growing very quickly, but Woodmoor does have an HOA with it, but it just maintains that sense of that Colorado lifestyle feel. It's kind of all built out around those ponderosa pines, and it's just a gorgeous area here in the Colorado Springs Monument area, so that's why it's on our list. So now the power picks we've saved, maybe the best for last, Peregrine, and I have to mention Oakwood. It's kind of like this hidden neighborhood that most of our clients don't reach out to us. We put you guys up on a driving tour if you come out to visit, and we make sure to hit some of these highlights because maybe you haven't even thought of Oakwood. But if you really want to understand why people move to Colorado Springs, not just where they move, this last neighborhood explains it better than anything else on the list. Now on the power picks, we maybe have saved the best for last. So Peregrine, and I have to mention Oak Valley. If you really want to understand why people move to Colorado Springs, not just where they move, this last neighborhood explains it better than anything else on the list. So Peregrine and Oak Valley. So you might even not know about these neighborhoods. A lot of times our clients reach out to us, they're in the area and they're like, we set you up on a driving tour maybe that first day, just so you can see these different areas and you can start to tell us what you love, what you don't love, that you would never know about Oak Valley, and maybe that's what you were describing to us when we hop in that initial phone call. But this is where the list leans fully to that Colorado lifestyle. These neighborhoods don't just sit near nature, they're kind of built into it. They're nestled into like Blodgett's Peak. This area offers dramatic views, rock formations, foothill settings that feel completely different than the rest of the city. It's not unusual to see wildlife here pretty regularly. Foxes, deer, other native animals that are just part of actually your daily life if you live in this area of town. The mature trees, natural landscape give the neighborhood a secluded feel while still being close to shopping and dining and schools. They don't have quite as many chain restaurants, maybe a little bit more local. When we talk about Colorado Springs has very different feelings of neighborhoods. That's why it's so important you guys reach out to us, is because I would say the Peregrine and Oak Valley are like the opposite of like Wolf Ranch. So it just depends on what your lifestyle is and what you're looking for. So homes in this last area, the Peregrine Oak Valley, they tend to be custom, semi-custom with layouts, views that take advantage of the terrain. You're right up against those bluffs. So recreation is literally right outside your door. Hiking, trail running, mountain biking, access to open space are part of everyday life. Maybe not just your weekend plans. You can come home from work and hit the trails. So this is one of the strongest outdoor-oriented neighborhoods in the city, I would say. Schools are typically zoned to Academy District 20. It's kind of that weird area where some are District 11, some are District 20. The most here, when I'm talking about Peregrine and Oak Valley, are District 20, and that's something we look at when you move here, which one that you're interested in, but which adds another layer of long-term desirability for this area. So buyers here often plan to stay, and that stability shows. So as the final power pick, Peregrine and Oakwood represent the ultimate why Colorado, why you're moving here choice. Nature, privacy, views, and lifestyle all in one place. So now here's the honest part. Not every neighborhood we talked about is gonna be a right fit for you. You might watch this and think, well, that's beautiful, but it's not my lifestyle. Or that's further than I want it to be. And that's exactly the point. So before you click away, the last part is what saves people from moving to the wrong neighborhood. So we've covered 8 neighborhoods today, but the reality is there are 20 plus other areas around Colorado Springs and Monument that most people have never even heard of. And many of them are growing fast and headed into 2026 and beyond are going to be some of the best areas here in the Colorado Springs and Monument area. So some offer better value, some offer better lifestyle fit, and some just make more sense once you see how they connect to everything around them. And that's where we come in. So at Colorado's Finest Agency, this is what we do every single day. And you can reach out anytime, seriously. Just say, hey, we're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs. You can give us a text. Then we can hop on a call and talk through a few areas. We do it daily. So look at our 5-star Google reviews across the board. We help people make the move, and we're good at what we do. We know our neighborhoods, we know our schools inside and out. So we'll pull up the maps, we'll walk you through who actually lives in each of these neighborhoods, what the day-to-day life feels like. Also on our website, make sure you're utilizing that map. You can search by neighborhood, you can search by school district, you can set up your own custom home search, you can search by new construction, you can search by acreage, and it'll show you on a map where each of these areas that I'm talking about and more, you can search by zip code, are located. Use our website. It's a great resource for you. So you can, make that right decision before you move. Like hopping on it, we'll put all these resources in front of you as well. We have an amazing relocation guide. So if you want to go even deeper, reach out to us. So you don't need to figure this out alone, and you definitely don't need to guess about which neighborhood you might want to live in. So make sure you guys reach out. Until next time.